Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Maria and I'm so happy that you took some time today to stop by. So today's video is all about my March favorites. So let's get right into it. First of all, March has been a weird month for me. I've been going through a lot. Emotionally, it's been really challenging. I've been going through some really weird hormonal stuff, and so I've been getting these really bad hot flashes. And one, probably my top favorite of the month of March, has been helping me with this, and it is an essential oil blend. It is by the company Saje. It is a Canadian company, and this is the Solace blend. And what it is, it's a roll-on. It smells so nice. So you have one end that is the roll-on, so you can kind of roll it wherever you need that extra help. I really like it in the back of my neck, you know, between the girls. It's helpful in my back. It's wonderful, and it brings this sense of coolness. It really cools down, and I really enjoy this. I always keep it in my purse in the summertime when it gets really hot. You know, my husband gets really hot, I'll just roll this out, take this out and roll it in the back of his head, and it just helps cool the system down. And on the other end, you can unscrew it, and you have this little cap that if you open it, and then it's a dropper, so you can drop some in a diffuser, for example. So these Saje roll-ons are wonderful. I will link them below. This Solace blend it's been a lifesaver for me in the month of March. What are the ingredients? So there's grapefruit, peppermint, clary sage, cypress, and rose. So it's a mix of those 5 essential oils, and it's wonderful. So I just put some in the back of my neck, and I'm feeling the instant coolness right now. It's wonderful. Top winner in my March favorites. Another favorite of mine for the month of March has been baking granola bars. So, you know, I have celiac disease. It's really hard for me to find, you know, snacks that are healthy and that I enjoy, because weird enough, a lot of the store-bought items that we find that are gluten-free have a lot of sugar in them, and so that's not ideal. You know, I've been working on myself. So I started baking granola bars. So just to give you guys like a little idea, they're so good. I will link this recipe below. It's quite easy. So it's dried dates and almonds that you do need the food processor to break all that down, and then you add in a nut butter of your choice. It could be peanut butter, almond butter. I use nut and seed butter that I buy at Costco, so I add that in. You add some honey. I didn't have exactly enough honey, so I probably had 3/4 of the equivalent of the honey, and then I added the rest as maple syrup. So basically the honey and the dates are what sweeten these granola bars. And then, you know, I put in some chocolate chips, but I didn't put in the amount of chocolate chips they required. I put in less, and then I put the other half as being cinnamon chips, and I put a lot of cinnamon in here. So they're really tasty. They're filling, and they're healthy. And obviously there's oats, right? I forgot the main ingredient, gluten-free oats. So they're really wonderful. Next time I'm gonna make them, maybe I'll put in some dried fruit. I'll put in some, you know, like pumpkin seeds, or you can put in whatever you want. You can personalize these granola bars, but the basis of this recipe is the dried dates, the honey, the oats, the nut butter, and the almonds. Wonderful. So I've been really enjoying these. My hubby's been enjoying these as well. He's like, forget store-bought granola bars, all about these. So try. And if they're really, really easy to make, they're super easy, super fast. So I will link that recipe below. Favorite of mine for March has to be my Hermes Bastia coin purse. This has come in so handy for me this month. I really love how you can just slide down. So for example, I was at Costco last weekend and one of my crazy hot flashes hit and I just got super thirsty. So I went to their machine to get a bottle of water, 25 cents. And it was so nice to like just open this and be able to easily and quickly find my change and get that done fast. So big fan of this. I would probably even consider getting another one eventually for my collection to use as another SLG, you know, maybe for my headphones or something, because I love it. I love it. And it's so flat. It takes no room. I absolutely love this thing. My next favorite for the month of March has to be my Burberry face palette. They call it the Essentials Glow Palette. And so, as you can see, I've been using it quite a bit. I'll swatch it for you. It's wonderful. Every shade in here I use, every shade works for my skin tone. Honestly, part of me is like, ooh, do I get another one as a backup for when I'm traveling? Or I'm trying to cool on not using this all the time, but I love it so much. I have been using it all the time. But this thing is going to be perfect for traveling. Having all of this makeup with you at once, you have, you know, some bronzer, you have 2 colors of blush, 2 colors of highlight. It's wonderful. So let me swatch this for you. So you have the darker bronzer, the lighter bronzer. Then this is the mauvier tone blush, the pinker blush. And then the highlights are harder to see, but the first one is the whiter highlight, and then this one is the paler pink highlight. So definitely had to make my favorites of the month of March. Another favorite of the month of March, I'm wearing it right now. It is from the Guerlain Pearl Glow collection. So this lipstick right here in this beautiful pink, this pink pearl. I did end up, I just ordered it this week, the refill, a replacement for this, because it was really a special edition lipstick and I have literally worn it every single day this month. I love it. It feels so nice. It glides on. It's like the perfect pink. So for those of you wondering, it's the number 76 in the new Guerlain collection, but it just feels like a balm almost on your lips. It glides right on. It feels so nice. I really love it. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the most long wear lipstick, so I do have to reapply it throughout the day, but I don't even mind because it feels so nice on and I love the color. Super natural, super simple, but just gives this pretty sheen. And I know I'm gonna go through it. I'm already almost halfway through that bullet. So I'm gonna go through it for the rest of spring and summer. I'm positive. I love it so much. Another favorite of mine is the Clinique Rich Eye Cream. So I was using Charlotte Tilbury, and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna look for something else. I was loving the Charlotte Tilbury, and then I thought, okay, I'm gonna try the Clinique. It's cheaper. So this is the small jar. How much is in here? This is the 15 milliliter, and so it looks like this. I'm just gonna take a little bit out. Okay. And it just blends in so nicely. It melts into your skin. It doesn't have a scent at all. And I think that's what I loved about it so much, was realizing that I hadn't realized just how much of a scent the Charlotte Tilbury had until I started using this one and realizing that it doesn't have a scent, and that I actually really enjoy that, not having a scent. It's weird. So I'm not going to buy much during the Sephora VIB sale that will come up in April, but for sure I will be buying the larger pot of this cream because I love it. I love it. It's rich, which is what I need under my eyes, but it's not so rich that it gives me like milia or, you know, any weird like acne or anything. It's not over the top, but it's exactly what my under eyes need, so I'm sold on that. Another favorite of mine is a show on Netflix, so I will insert a picture of it. It's called Fate, the Winx Saga. I don't know if you guys have watched that. It's all about fairies. So these people go to school to learn how to control their powers. The fairies control different elements. So you have like the fire fairy, you have the earth fairy, the water fairy. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love all of this kind of magical stuff. Like, I love it. I love it. I love anything that's magic, wizardry. And so this fairy show really drew me in. I am dying for season 2 to come out. I can tell you, it's been out for a little bit. I'm just late to the game, but I binged it. My husband and I binged it. We loved that show, so do check it out. Okay, second to last favorite for this month, my Chanel Mini O case. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Enough said. I did just post a video about this, what fits, so do check it out if you haven't seen that and you're curious. But it is a wonderful SLG and no regrets at all. No regrets. I'm super happy with that one, but you know, who knows, maybe eventually I'll add one in another color just to be able to rotate. But one of my favorite SLGs by far. And then last, but definitely not least in my favorites for this month, I'm going to insert a picture because they're already done. But my colleagues were so sweet and sent me a beautiful bouquet of tulips. If you follow my Instagram, you saw a picture being posted of them. I mean, only about half of the bouquet is left still, but they're slowly passing away and losing petals. It's already over. But they're so beautiful, so beautiful. Tulips are my favorite flower, for sure. Because they represent spring, they represent the beginning and the renewal of things. And when you see tulips start popping out, I just feel instant happiness and I smile right away. I love tulips. I always have. And so when my colleagues were so sweet and sent me tulips, not knowing that they are the flower that make me feel the happiest, I started to cry. I was just so happy. I was so happy. So definitely in my March favorites are my colleagues and their support, because yes, they sent me flowers. One of them sent me the macaron, which I also posted on my Instagram. So those are like little French cookies with like a cream. It's not really cream, but it's not really jelly. I don't even know how to describe the middle, but I will insert a picture so that you can see what I'm talking about. But my colleagues who sent me these things, that's how well they know me. They chose perfectly, and it just really, it meant the world to me, and it made me feel better while I'm going through this time right now. So it's wonderful. It's such a gift to work with such amazing people. So that are not only my colleagues, but they're my friends, you know. So I'm blessed. So there you go. Those are my favorites from the month of March that I really wanted to share. What are your favorites from this past month? I would love to know. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Mwah.